What's going on, guys? Welcome to the weekly live chat. I let you guys know in the members Discord. I meant to post in a community post, but I end up doing it late again. I always forget to do those community posts that I was going to be late tonight. I told you guys if you joined me for the stream last night, you knew this. I had no idea, though, I was going to be late on a night like this, where all hell has broken loose regarding UFC 282. But this is the 84th ever live chat that we've done. It is November 23rd, the day before Thanksgiving. And there's just fights getting canceled left and right. Jiri Prochazka, and I'm going to make a video about this. I just haven't had a chance. I've been busy up until the very second that I've jumped on this stream. I've been busy. Jiri Prochazka vacates the light heavyweight title, which I talked about in the previous video. And we're going to talk about on this stream. And then Glover Teixeira turns down a fight with Magomed Ankalaev. And now we're getting Magomed Ankalaev versus Jan Blachowicz for the undisputed light heavyweight title at UFC 282. I had a video ready to be released tonight. I was going to release it earlier tonight because I wasn't going to stream till later. Completely ruined. It was my top 3 reasons. And I spent 2 hours on this video because my camera was having some type of weird issue, so it kept messing up my video. I kept having to re-record. I spent 2 hours finally finishing up my 16-minute things I love about UFC 282. You want to know what the number one reason is? The number one reason is Jiri Prochazka is fighting, and he's one of the most exciting fighters ever. I mean, it's just completely ruined. I wasted 2 hours of my life yesterday. And now I can't even use it. I'm probably going to release it on a members only video or something along those lines just so I can do something with it. But now I'm going to have to make a whole new video for that. One thing that, and I see somebody already mentioned in the chat, I told you guys the other day, something was up with Khamzat Chimaev versus Alex Pereira. The UFC, when there is injuries, they will throw feelers out there for kind of unlikely fights, because they want to have all the potential options before they make a decision. And they want to have a million different backup plans. I'm telling you right now, I think at some point the UFC offered Khamzat an Alex Pereira fight. And people called me crazy. And I said, I don't know for sure, but this just seems, a little bit, it just seems a little bit unlike Khamzat, the way he spoke about it. I've already accepted. And I'm wondering if 6 months, a year from now, we're going to hear that 6 months from now, we're going to hear Khamzat was offered Alex Pereira. I lost my train of thought for a second because I was reading the chat. But we're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about the new main event. I'm going to make a video about it as well. So don't be surprised if you hear a lot of the same thoughts in that video that I'm going to record after the stream. I wanted to get a video done earlier tonight, but I just didn't have the time to do it. So better late than never. Not everybody watches the long streams. So we're going to talk about it in depth on this stream. And then I'm actually going to make a video about it as well, so you guys can check it out after, later on tonight. It's going to be a little bit late. And by the way, guys, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy early Thanksgiving. It is 2 hours away now, so I hope you have a good time with your family tomorrow. Okay, Little Seal says, I needed this stream. Also, one more thing before we get into questions, guys. Throw your questions in the chat. Anything you want to know, put it in the chat. Do me a favor, like this stream. Run up the likes on this live chat. I greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, internal notifications. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, let's get to some questions. So sad about Jiri. I am very sad as well. What are your thoughts about Glover turning the Ankalaev fight? So but you guys got to go follow me on Twitter, at MMA Joey C. Before it even came out about Glover Teixeira, I tweeted out, I'm going to read you this verbatim, okay? I tweeted this out verbatim. I said, if Glover Teixeira turned down a title fight main event on 282, then he had to have been offered Magomed Ankalaev. There is no way he would turn down a Jan Blachowicz rematch after the way it went at UFC 267. I knew for a fact they offered him Magomed Ankalaev. He would have took the fight against Jan Blachowicz, who he just dominated less than a year, or just over a year ago. So I knew that for a fact. I understand if I was Glover, I wouldn't want to take Magomed Ankalaev on 2 weeks' notice. Yes, hello, Joey. I was waiting for this. I appreciate you joining me, Homework. But yeah, Glover, I mean, Glover's old. He's probably hoping maybe he can fight the winner of this fight. Yuri's going to be out a while. Apparently, it's a nasty shoulder injury, which we'll get more into here in a minute. Hermansson versus Dolidze fight prediction. I think Hermansson probably wins, but Dolidze has nasty power. Sup, Joey? Hey, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. What's going on, Frozen? Sup, Joey? Sad news today. Yes, very depressing. At one point, I thought you weren't going to stream. I always do what I say I'm going to do. I just had some issues, and I was running late, and it is what it is. I wish I would have posted my community post a little bit earlier. I'm a little bit bummed that I forgot to do it. But if you're in the members Discord, you knew that I was going to be late tonight. I'm actually deleting that community post now. We don't need it up anymore. It's irrelevant. I'm streaming now. I saw your Pereira Chimaev video. You were dead on the spot. There you go. Hello, Joey. It's sad for Glover. I hope he gets the next title shot. The winner of Blachowicz and Ankalaev, so he can have a chance to retire as champion. I don't think they will. They'll probably hold it against him. Why do you think they offered Glover and Ankalaev again instead of Jan? They didn't want to see. They think Ankalaev is more deserving than Jan Blachowicz, is what they thought. Jan just lost. Who wants to see Jan Glover again? Nobody. Glover versus Jan would have been amazing. Jan just got dominated by him not that long ago. Bro, I'm going to 282 and this news bummed me out. Yeah, I'd be super bummed. Joey, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist because I do believe it was a shoulder injury, but I do actually think USADA finally caught Jiri with all the testing they've been doing on it. No. Nope. Listen, I have heard from inside sources, okay? I'll tell you this right now, Homework. I want you to wipe all your conspiracy theories away. I have heard from inside sources that Jiri Prochazka was injured the other day at Extreme Couture, okay? They were there live when it happened. Extreme Couture. It happened. It was a nasty injury. Supposedly, there was still some hope that he'd be all right, but it wasn't looking good. I feel like Glover knew early he didn't seem in shape and was when he was cornering Pereira. No, this just happened the other day, Little Seal. This just happened over the weekend, I believe it was, that he got injured. It was over the weekend, I believe. Earliest, maybe Monday. But I think it was like Saturday-ish. Do you think they should add Lewis versus Sergey? Yes. Good evening, Joey. What's up, Bitsy? Also, Conor said he's entering the testing pool February. He only needed 2 tests. No. And the UFC, so I think you have to be in the USADA testing pool for 6 months. It's not a number of tests. But the UFC has the right to waive you an exemption. And the UFC has only used that waiving power one time, and that was for Brock Lesnar, who was on PEDs. So, depending on when Conor re-enters the testing pool, he should have to wait 6 months. Appreciate it. Hawani said he hurt his shoulder last week. I think so. Weird. He definitely did. I'm telling you, I know that for a fact that he did. Sources are telling me, guys. Sources are telling me. Hey, what's up, Joey? Listen to you while I'm at work. Appreciate you. Which streamer, who do you think has a better chance beating Ankalaev, Glover, or Jan? I don't think either one has a particularly good chance, but I guess Jan because he has more power in his hands. But I think Ankalaev is going to maul him. Hope you're doing well. 282 is looking a bit weak. I agree. I don't blame Glover at all. This is his last chance. We'll probably get the winner. Then Jiri will come back. We'll see. What do you think of 284? Islam Volk, Bobby Knuckles versus Costa, Hookers versus Turner, Crute versus Menenfield, I don't know who you're talking about, versus Randy Brown, Madalena, and Kara France versus Perez. I love it, but you're also forgetting Josh Emmett versus Jair Rodriguez. Thank you. I wouldn't fight him on short notice either. Like, come on, people are crazy thinking he should have taken the fight on short notice. Brand new opponent. Yeah. Brought my 2 favorite champions, Jiri and Charles, both aren't champions at the end of the year. Yeah. That sucks. Homework and I just became best friends. Yeah, that's why I know they didn't offer him Jan. He would have accepted guaranteed. Exactly. But it is, I'm telling you right now, and I said this a couple times on other streams, it is suspicious that USADA is testing Jiri as much as they are. There is something that is a red flag in some of his tests that have led them to continue to test him more and more and more. They're picking up something that isn't necessarily illegal, but looks suspicious. They're not just randomly picking Jiri out of a hat and saying, okay, we're going to test him nonstop. Glover did say no to Ankalaev and said yes to Jan. What's up, Tommy? Ankalaev's going to win. I just don't see Jan as legit in his last fight. Rocket dominated the second round and seeming like the rest of the fight was going that way. I don't know about dominated, but I get your point. Okay. Good morning. What's up, Joey? Also, Sean Strickland said like a week ago Francis was going to spar Jiri, so he might have injured him during wrestling. We all know how heavy out of camp Francis are. Yeah, I don't know who it was he was with when he got injured, but he definitely got injured. Plus, I don't know who said he was hurt last week. Yeah, it was like Saturday, I think. I think it was like Saturday where he got hurt. I don't think he would have accepted either on short notice. Maybe Jan, but definitely not Ankalaev. Joey, I need advice. My wife is big on yog lately. I don't know what to do. Want her end up like a cripple. I am so scared. I don't know, dude. Just divorce her. That's what I would do. No wonder they called off Lewis Spivak. They need another fight for the pay-per-view by the last week. They should have already known conspiracy theories. I think they did not know until like Saturday or Friday at the earliest. All Glover asked for UFC was for a couple more weeks to fight at 283 in Brazil, but UFC rejected it. Yeah, because 282 is garbage. What are they going to main event with Paddy Pimblett? They're going to main event with Paddy Pimblett, Jared Gordon. 282, the pay-per-view wise is looking straight up dog shit. So, what do you think of Paddy Gordon being co-main event? Garbage. I think that fight should open the main event. I don't know what you mean. What do you think of Paddy Gordon being co-main event? I think it should open the card is what you're saying, the main card. Yeah, I don't think Paddy versus Gordon should be co-main event. That's an embarrassment. Do you think they will give Conor an exemption? They better not. They honestly better not. That's not going to be a good look. And I mean, he's clearly on PEDs. There's no doubt about that. And if Conor comes back and wrecks somebody and then ends up testing positive by USADA, it's not going to be good. Okay. Do you think they will give Conor... Okay, I already read that. Where did all these Russian fighters come from? They weren't here 10 years ago. I don't know. I guess they came from Russia. Would be my guess. Yes, something is going on with that for sure. For 100% sure. Joey, now we may never get Glover versus Jiri 2. Glover had a really good chance of beating Jiri 2 if he was a little more calm. Jiri or Glover may never be champion again. Ankalaev may take over for a while. Cyril Gahn tweeted that March is going to be a good date to fight. Who do you think his opponent will be? I don't know. I said recently I thought my suspicion was that he has a fight and that's why they're not using him as a backup. But if I had to guess who his opponent was, maybe Tom Aspinall if he's ready to go. If not, maybe he doesn't have a fight at all. Maybe he's waiting it out to see who wins. If Pavlovich beats Tuivasa, they could book that one. Hey, Joey, how are you doing? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I think this is the worst co-main event with Sean O'Malley, Chito Vera at 252. Nah, Paddy versus Jared Gordon is far worse. But maybe that's because Sean O'Malley got his legs brutally chopped in that fight. And then he was flash KO'd with brutal ground and pound elbows. And then he was stretchered out of the cage with no serious injury. He was perfectly fine afterwards. So, what you doing for Thanksgiving? I'm just having my family over for Thanksgiving dinner. That's pretty much it. Not a huge thing. Just a few people. So, they all got visas finally. Maybe Conor versus Chandler. Who you got? I have Conor, honestly. PED Conor, glass chin Chandler. I take Conor all day. Also, Joey, Jiri may never be the same again. He could come back and look different after a dislocated shoulder or something. Glover's just getting older. Yep, it's never happening. This is a moment in time where you have a short window. And now it's over with. Ankalaev versus Hill, who wins? Ankalaev would out wrestle him and probably even submit him. I have seen and subscribed to your channel even before you had 100 subs. Genuinely happy to see you with 6K. Congratulations. I wish you should definitely get more than 55K next year. That's a big goal, but I'm going to aim for it. 50K by the end of 2023. I like setting big goals and just striving to do it. Regardless if I get it or not, I like setting big goals. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But yeah, dude, if you subscribed under 100 subs, if you set your subscriptions to public, I can see the date you subscribed. So if you set your subscriptions to public, I'll tell you what day you subscribed. So go do it and I'll tell you. Let's see if you have your subscriptions. Yeah, you don't have your subscriptions as public. But appreciate you, man. I really do appreciate the support. Still picking Alex over Islam. Fair enough. Joey, should I wear my marijuana socks to Thanksgiving? Yes, you definitely should wear your marijuana socks to Thanksgiving. I think you should also have a marijuana leaf t-shirt as well. You know, let your family know on Thanksgiving that you are smoking the devil's lettuce, okay? You absolutely have to let them know. How would you see Jones versus Rumble if it had happened? Jones would have just out-wrestled him and submitted him. I think Jones would have out-wrestled him and submitted him. I mean, look what DC did to him. There'd have been crazy anticipation. Can Rumble KO him? Can Rumble land the big shot? But inevitably, Jones would have got him down and dominated him. And Rumble would have been done. So, okay, sorry about that. How would you... Okay, read that. I subscribe from my other account, Sanjay Raul with a Brad Pitt pick. Okay, well, either way. Usman versus Leon 3 going to be my most anticipated fight of 2023. I'm really looking forward to Kamaru Usman, Leon Edwards 3 as well. Hey, Joey, just getting over COVID. Now I have explosive diarrhea. I've had to sleep on the bathroom floor last night because I couldn't risk it. Been a rough week. Dude, that's super unfortunate. That is super unfortunate. But you know what the perfect thing to do after explosive diarrhea is? What you have to do is you have to pull Claudio Puelles. And to wipe your ass, you just drag your ass across the floor. Just drag it right across the carpet. And if you need help seeing exactly what to do, you can watch Claudio Puelles versus Dan Hooker. It's perfect. It'll never fail you, my friend. But I hope you feel better. I'm sorry that you're dealing with this. That is terrible. And I hope your asshole isn't raw, okay? I really hope it isn't. That right there is when you need a bidet, okay? Don't be bugging on Rumble. I'm not bugging on Rumble, bro. I like Rumble. But he would have lost, okay? Just because he's passed away tragically, which I feel really bad about, doesn't change the fact that he would have lost to John Jones if he would have fought him a couple years ago, okay? As callous as that sounds. Somebody asked a question, I'm giving an answer, all right? All right, bud? My man Mystic Joey, you called it that something was up. I told you. Umar Nurmagomedov just got an unranked opponent. Doesn't make sense. I guess nobody ranked wants to fight him. It's unfortunate. It's super unfortunate. But it is what it is. What's one former UFC fighter that in Bellator that you wouldn't have let go? Probably Gegard Mousasi. At the time, it was really sad to see him go. He was a top. He was like at the top of the division on the verge of a potential title shot. So, out of all the champs that had to be going, arguably the most exciting champ is Jiri. My number one reason that I love UFC 282, I didn't release the video. I'm not going to release the video. Is Jiri Prochazka's fighting. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Just joining. What's your prediction for Jan versus Ankalaev? Ankalaev all day. Ankalaev's gonna maul him. And we're going to talk about it more in a second. I just been wanting to go through some of the questions and just talk to the chat a little bit, and then I'm going to give them more in-depth thoughts. Okay, read that. Bones versus Ngannou. What about it? I'm going John Jones. So, I'm going Johnny Bones Jones. It's a tough fight to pick, though. Ngannou could go out there and brutally KO him. And you have Aljo sitting out for a year. And I think Aljo is going to end up fighting in February. I have a gut feeling he's going to end up fighting in February. So, did you see Bobby Green versus Drew Dober got announced? I am so hyped. That is awesome. Yes, I did see it. We talked about it last night, actually. I was super high on Mousasi at one point. Me too. Me too. Gerard put Weidman's career on the back burner. Oh, Gegard put Weidman's career. Dude, Weidman's career was already on the back burner. First Bo Nickel, now Jiri is off 282 degrees in value significantly. Yeah. 282 is looking like dog shit right now. Absolute dog shit. Who do you predict will headline 300? I have no idea. I was debating with my friend today, and I want your opinion. Does Joel Alvarez beat Grant Dawson? It's hard to say. I think Joel Alvarez would get out grappled, but there's a chance that he could get the submission. But it's hard to say. It could go anywhere. We don't speak the name Grant Dawson in this chat. That is very true. That is very true. Since Cejudo will fight Aljo, and then the winner will face Sugar, which opponent should Cheeto beat in the next line? Since Cejudo will fight Aljo, then the winner will face Sugar, which should fight Cheeto be next in line? It's probably Cheeto versus Marab. I'd like to see Cheeto versus Sandhagen as well. My girlfriend says I look like Ngannou Joey with a Denzel face. Well, I'm happy to hear it. I'm happy to hear it. My nose is terribly stuffed up. I think Jan gets subbed easy by Ankalaev. It was easy for Glover. Yeah, me too. That's probably going to be my prediction, quite honestly. But Jan could clip him. Ankalaev has been clipped before. All right, so real quick, we'll get into it more in depth. This is going to be a video that I'm going to end up doing too in a little bit. But we'll get to it in the stream as well. Jiri Prochazka out with a shoulder injury. Breaking news, Jiri Prochazka vacates belt. Has one of the worst shoulder injuries the UFC doctors has ever seen. Apparently, according to Dana White, I think it's came out. And now we are getting the co-main event, Magomed Ankalaev versus former champ Jan Blachowicz for the light heavyweight belt, the undisputed light heavyweight belt. This is very interesting because I truly believe the way Khamzat Chimaev was acting like the UFC had offered him a fight against Alex Pereira. The UFC is known to offer matchups to fighters that are never going to end up happening, especially when they're scrambling to find a new main event. And I think there is a chance the UFC offered something like that to Khamzat, just as like a feeler and maybe a backup plan. And ultimately, I knew I told you guys, if Jiri, I said this in the video, if Jiri pulls out, Glover probably ain't going to take a fight against Ankalaev. And nobody wants to see the Jan Blachowicz fight. I literally said those exact words in my video. So, Ankalaev, I mean, is a beast. He is nasty. He is filthy. He is well-rounded. Glover ain't taking that on 2 weeks' notice. No way, shape, or form. And it is what it is. Now we're getting Ankalaev versus Blachowicz. I think this is one of the worst pay-per-views in a while. I'm interested in the main event, but I don't think it's super competitive. I think Ankalaev is just too well rounded, and I think Jan Blachowicz is too much of a one trick pony. You know, if unless you're massively undersized, Jan Blachowicz isn't out grappling you. So I mean, this card is bad as far as a pay per view. If that makes sense, it's still not like it's not the worst pay per view. I mean, 279 was pretty bad, but I mean, seriously, Paddy Pimblett versus Jarrett Gordon as the co-main event, horrific, horrific. I'm looking forward to Bryce Mitchell versus Ilya Taporia, but I don't know. This card doesn't get me up at all. I mean, it's a glorified fight night card, and if Jiri Prochazka is so injured that he is vacating the belt, then chances are that he's going to be out for a long while. And for what I understand is that it's going to be at least 6 months. So that's why he vacated. I know there's going to be some speculation about the USADA. I think there's still something fishy going on with USADA. But it's hard to say, honestly. It's hard to say what's going on there. I think something is raising a red flag in his blood work or urine from USADA, and that's why they're testing him so much. But I don't subscribe to the fact that they caught him and there's some suspension that we don't know about. I don't think so. Jiri, I have heard from someone that was there. Jiri was definitely injured the other day in training at Extreme Couture in Las Vegas. That is a fact. And it sucks because we're probably never going to see Jiri versus Glover 2 ever again. Not that I was like dying to see it anyway, but it's kind of like, okay, that fight was so amazing. How's the second fight going to play out? On top of that, Glover's probably never fighting for a belt again. He's 43 years old. 43 years old. You think he's fighting for a belt again? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. And then you have the fact that Jiri's the most exciting fighter ever, or one of the most exciting fighters ever. And Ankalaev is a terrible matchup for Jiri. I'm going to be honest. Heavy power puncher, nasty grappling. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. And Jiri, if he returns, one, he may never be the same again. And even if he is the same again, I don't think he's beaten Ankalaev. I think Ankalaev's a tough matchup for everyone in the division. And I think Ankalaev could be another one of these guys that's just dominating the division and holding on to the belt for quite a while. So it's going to be interesting. I'm going to make an entire like 15 minute video. I want to giving all my thoughts on it, giving an early prediction, but I'm going to share it with you guys on the live chat. I'm going to be right back because I'm going to go blow my nose real quick because my nose is like stuffed up. So I'm going to go blow my nose real quick, but I'll be right back, guys. Throw a bunch of questions in the chat while I'm gone. Don't forget to like the stream, send $1 million worth of donations, become a member, do all that fun stuff. I'll be back in 10 seconds. All right, guys, I am back. I decided to pee while it was gone, too. That's why it took longer than 10 seconds. But here I am. So, basically what I was saying is Jiri may never be champion again. Honestly, I'm predicting Jiri Prochazka never holding the light heavyweight title again. As crazy as that sounds, he vacated the belt. Ankalaev's probably going to win the title. And it's going to be tough to get that belt back, especially coming back. Imagine coming back from, let's say, so he hasn't fought since June. He's going to be out at least till probably June, July of this year. Or next year, 2023. And you expect him on like a 13-month layoff from a gruesome injury to come back. And yeah, he's going to spank Magomed Ankalaev. Nope. No siree. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be fun. And the funnest UFC champion ever is ruined. All right, I'm going to get back to some questions, guys. I just wanted to give you my quick thoughts on that, even though we kind of briefly talked about it as well. So throw your questions in the chat. I'm going to read down the chat. It's crazy. There's been like 5 fight cancellations in the last couple of days. So let me see something real quick. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay. I think Jan gets subbed easy. Yeah, I think Ankalaev is going to sub him. That's probably my prediction. O'Malley versus Vera 2 for the interim title. Winner fights. No, not interim title. We don't need more interim titles. Word on the street is Ankalaev is a monster at Extreme Couture. Even Sean Strickland said he's not even a man. Okay? I don't think of as losing a main event. I think it as saving $79. That is true. Do you think Davison Figueiredo will retain or Brandon will become the new champ? I favor Brandon Moreno. Figgy's not getting any younger. The weight cut's not getting any easier. Alex Pereira versus Ankalaev, 282, please. Dude, Ankalaev would wreck Alex Pereira badly. I'm technically B72.99. I'm getting 3% back. Okay, in my opinion, the card isn't as bad. It's a lot of exciting matchup. Don't get me wrong, it's deep, but just as a pay-per-view, it's not looking great. Just not a lot of big names or high-ranked fights. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited for some of the matchups. It's just not a particularly good pay-per-view. Light heavyweight is doomed. I heard that Yuri's expecting to be out at least a year. I saw 6 months, but maybe you're right. I'll have to look into that. Glover told Yuri you cut your hair and lost your strength. I guess so. I am pumped for Ankalaev versus Blachowicz now. You're more pumped than you were for it before? Does anyone beat Ankalaev at light heavyweight? Not that I see currently. No. Ankalaev versus Hill or Pereira versus Hill. Even though I favor Ankalaev in both those matchups. Do you think we'll ever get to see Ngannou get knocked out cold? It's possible. Gone through a whole box of tissues myself today, Joey. I don't know why I stay in the Midwest. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Mine kind of started like right before I jumped on stream. And now I can't breathe out of my nose at all. And I already have an issue with my nose to begin with. Jamal Hill should have gotten a call for a title fight. He's more deserving than Jan. I don't know, man. Jamal Hill versus Ankalaev on short notice. That doesn't sound good either. Every division heavier than 185 is thin, thin, thin. I tagged you in if you want to check it out. Never seen footage of Poirier calling Chandler. I did see that. I saw that. Do you sit when you pee? Come on now. Joey's favorite Thanksgiving dish? Probably mashed potatoes. Yeah, definitely mashed potatoes. Rocket Jiri may never be the same again. And Glover may be even older. Yeah, I said in my early prediction for the beginning of this year, I said we would see Jiri versus Rocket fight for the title at the end of the year. I'm picking Ink by decision because if you're not finishing dead Santos, then you're not finishing Jan. Dude, Jan is like a dead fish on the ground, though. I don't see anyone beating Ankalaev for a while. Agreed. Depressing stuff. You're the only guy I can see vacating his belt. I think the UFC kind of said, okay, well, we need an undisputed belt on the line for this fight card because... Hold on a second. My leg is itching. And now I had to scratch it. So there we go. I think the UFC just said, you're going to be out for a while. Let's just get an undisputed belt on the line. This year wasn't anything impressive for the UFC except the last 2 cards. Agreed. Labov versus McGregor is the new Kobe Masvidal. What do you say to that? I think that's pretty funny. So it's pretty interesting. Lobov, Artem Lobov is suing Conor McGregor for money from Proper 12. UFC probably told Jiri, which sounds better, us stripping you or you vacating the belt. Yeah, I think no matter what, they were going to call it for a vacate. Someone just said Paul Craig versus Ankalaev too. Yeah, Magomed have 0 sub wins, and Jan has a black belt, so I don't see a sub. I don't know, dude. He just gave up that rear naked choke quick against Glover, so maybe you're right. Hey, Joey, just checking in. What's going on? Amari Silvero. If Ankalaev gets the belt, Paul Craig is the best in the division. No. I'm about to be bloated. Okay. Enjoy your dinner tomorrow, Sammy. This kind of makes Jiri versus Glover 1 more legendary, though, because it will probably never be resolved. I guess so. Hey, Joey, enjoy the streams. Wishing you a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Flex, for joining. Guys, if you have not yet, do me a favor and like the stream. I would greatly appreciate it if you like the stream. What would UFC do if Ankalaev or Jan miss weight? Oh my, what a nightmare that would be. They would probably just make one of them eligible to win the belt. And then they'd figure it out afterwards if the other guy won. Put corn and taters and gravy bomb with some round steaks. I don't use gravy, but I do put corn and mashed potatoes, yes. Given the news, do you think Anthony Smith might earn another crack at the title? He's currently ranked number 5, but Jiri's out. I'm going to say no. He got beat by Ankalaev. But I know he got the injury, so it's possible. It's possible. What's up, Keep Out? Jiri deserved it all. It's unfortunate. He's one of my favorite fighters to watch. And now he's gone that quick. He's gone that quick. It's super unfortunate. It's super unfortunate that that now we have no idea. We may never see him again. The same as he once was when he's fighting Glover Teixeira at 275. What do you think Lawler being as high as plus 300 disrespect by Vegas or justified? You know what's funny? I got to check that out. Let me see. I wonder what the odds are. I'm just curious because now I think it's justified. I think it's justified. So let me see if this works. Let me see. They got mobile betting now, sports betting in Maryland. So I downloaded the app just to check it out once in a while. I don't even know how to look. All sports. MMA. Let's see if it even shows that fight. I don't even know how to look that up. It just pulls up the next card. Upcoming fights. It doesn't even show December 10th. Okay, here's December 10th. Yeah, Robbie Lawler's plus 330. Jeez Louise. So if you bet $10 on him, you'll win $33. Yeah, I don't think he's beaten Santiago. I wonder what the odds are going to be for Magomed Ankalaev. Magomed Ankalaev's negative 230. That's interesting. That's interesting. I'm not too big on odds, though. I don't really care too much. Ankalaev versus Glover reminds me of Charles versus Islam. Okay. Jiri's a G for vacating the title. I guess so. Who do you think the UFC will have main event UFC 283 in Brazil? I have no clue. Probably going to be like, I don't know. It's almost time. I mean, we're a month away. I mean, we're like a month and a half away, but you get the point. Rockets versus Jiri fight to both come off big injuries. Sign me up. Ankalaev, okay, read that. Jiri's a G, read that. Joey, you're the best. Thank you, Mark Davis. I appreciate you. Did you see Conor tweeted that he was angry Joe Rogan called his knees to a grounded opponent illegal when he fought Khabib? No, I did not. No, I did not. When we all knew his given style, Jiri wasn't going to last long, but I thought we'd at least get to watch him crash and burn. I could not have said it better myself. Glover should not have missed this chance. Get Blachowicz as a replacement. He already knows to beat him. Yeah, the UFC wasn't going for that. Please don't gamble, Joey. $10 here and there. You never win. I'm not into gambling at all. I'll very rarely gamble. I'm not into it. So you don't have to worry about that. I think if you place the right bets, you can make some decent money if you pick the right spots, but I'm not into it. I'm not into it. Do you think Glover will just retire? I kind of hope he does. I hope so too, but no, I have a feeling no. You never responded to my comments on Twitter. What was your comments on Twitter, dude? I don't even know. I don't even know. What's your comments on Twitter? I don't even see you on Twitter. I'm literally scrolling down. I don't see nothing. But I try to respond sometimes on Twitter, but I don't pay too close attention to it. But I'm trying to be better at it. So go follow me on Twitter at MMAJoeyC. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram, guys. I've been almost to 300 followers on Twitter forever. And I tweet out good stuff all the time. So go follow me. I tweet out opinions. I tweeted a little bit about the news earlier today. So you guys should go follow me on Twitter at MMAJoeyC. And maybe I'll follow you back, but Instagram as well. Should the winner of Blachowicz versus Ankalaev challenge Glover for the belt at 283? Sure, if they come out unscathed, I'd like that. What do you think of Umar versus Barcelos? I wish Umar would have fought someone higher up. But it's an alright fight. Thanks for coming on live. I appreciate you joining us, Mario. Conor really about to get a USADA exemption? I hope not. I hope not. Conor's really bad. Okay, read that. Do you think Colby will fight Hamzat? I hope so. The UFC's got to make that fight. I just gamble for fun, small amounts here and there, and I've accepted the books always win. They always find a way to win, but if you can be smart, you can get in there and probably make something. But it's basically a scam. I mean, unless you're really deeply researching and finding the perfect betting spots, it's basically a scam. Ravens looking good or not? I haven't been paying close enough attention. Jiri versus Magomed, who wins Magomed? Ankalaev and Jiri started training at the same gym. Jiri cracks his shoulder, sounds sus. Did the tracksuit mafia get to Jiri? Maybe. Maybe someone who's friends with Ankalaev was training with Jiri and decided to injure him. Fight night Orlando is better than 282, in my opinion. I disagree with you on that one. What is the likelihood the UFC comes up with a last-minute big-name addition to 282? Unlikely, it seems. Unlikely, it seems. Twitter is better with Elon. There's one thing I absolutely hate, and I think it's the dumbest thing ever, is the fact that anyone can get a blue check now. So there's mad people impersonating people. I think they shut it down now. But I follow mainly reporters on Twitter, and I knew it was real news because they had the blue check next to them. And now there's people buying fake checks and then pretending to be Ariel Helwani or whatever, and it's annoying as hell. So, but it seems like they've addressed it slightly. Do you ever make picks without watching fighters? Sometimes if I don't know who a fighter, I'll just look up their record and choose based on their age and gut feeling. Do you ever make picks without watching fighters? There's some of them, if they it's like the first prelim and they've never fought in the UFC, I'll kind of look at their age, who they fought, if I recognize any of the names. So yes, I have, but it's very few fighters that I have never seen fight. Your Twitter is how I found out Jiri was out. Okay. What did I even tweet out? I don't even remember. Oh, I said Jiri Prochazka out of his UFC 282 main event against Glover Teixeira, and he is vacating his light heavyweight belt. Glover turned down a title fight main event on the card, so now we will get Magomed Ankalaev versus Jan Blachowicz as the main event for the vacant light heavyweight title. I got to get better at tweeting out news, to be honest. I got to get better at tweeting out the news. I've been trying to be more active on there, but it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to be super active when you got a bunch of stuff going on. Glover's very open about retiring soon. UFC hates when people retire as champion. Yep, that's probably right. Um, Jiri is 29. He can take his time and come back. Okay, that's fair enough. He's 30. Okay, so should we not buy 282 or what? I wouldn't buy it if I were you. Do you think Terrence McKinney beat will beat Ismay? I have no idea. I gotta look up that guy. I've lost respect for you, you liberal. Okay. Have you met a UFC fighter in person? Yes, I have. I met Chris Weidman, and um I've also met Cowboy Cerrone. Elon Musk is bringing back freedom on the platform. Dude, it's nothing about that. Come on, dude. Stop. You guys got to stop crying about stuff like that. That's just so dumb. All I'm saying is I didn't like that people were having blue checks impersonating other people. That's all I'm saying, dude. Stop crying. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I'm not even reading any more of these messages. I ain't buying 282. Going to go back to my old ways. Thank you. I would appreciate that. Twitter over Instagram. I'll still support you time to time. Okay. Because I have a legitimate gripe about something. You are now crying about something that's irrelevant. That's so dumb. That's literally so dumb, but that's the last message I'm reading. All I am is criticizing something legitimate, and for some reason you are now offended by that. That is the biggest crybaby shit I've ever seen in my entire life. But I'm done talking about it. I'm not even reading any more of those messages, dude. If I can't have a legitimate gripe about something, and you can't respect that it's a legitimate gripe about something without sending 17 messages and crying about it, I can't satisfy you with anything. So I'm done talking about it. Should I turn UFC 282 or not? I wouldn't be paying $70 for that pay-per-view. Are the tickets refundable to this event? From some states, if a main event is canceled, then they have to offer refunds. I don't know if Florida is one of those states. Or no, wait, is it in Las Vegas? Yeah, it's in Las Vegas. So yes, they will have to offer refunds. I have gained respect for you. Thank you. I'm joking. Okay then. All right, you sent 17 messages joking then. Thoughts on Gilbert Burns versus Neil Magny? I absolutely hate it. I hate everything about it. It makes no sense. Neil Magny's got a terrible hairline. I don't want to see him fight anymore. Gilbert Burns should be getting a much better fight than that. Who has the best chance to beat Ankalaev in light heavyweight? Honestly, it's going to be tough. I would go Alexander Rakic has the best chance, but who knows? He's coming off an injury too. So instead of going to Twitter, you're going to go to Truth Social. Okay. No. No, nope, 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 nope. I like Twitter for MMA news because I don't need to read these articles. These articles the MMA websites post are shit. And for me, all I need is like a couple sentences to know what's going on, and that's it. But the problem was, as of like a week ago, basically people were taking like Ariel Helwani's name, Ariel Helwani's picture, and having a similar username with a blue check mark next to it, and then tweeting out fake MMA news. So it can be really frustrating because the reason people had the blue check was because they were verified as being that person. And now anyone can buy a blue check. So it kind of defeated the purpose, but supposedly they're working on a fix. So for me, I just find that personally annoying. So now every time I see something, I have to go click on the account and double, triple check and make sure it's that actual person. It was just a joke. No worries. Okay, that's fine then. Joey, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food? Mashed potatoes. Do you care if the U.S. wins the Soccer World Cup? I could not care less. Welterweight division, a bunch of ducks. That is true. That is true. LOL hairline. Come on, Neil Magny's a badass. Just fights whoever. Dude, I don't even know. When he's fighting, I mean, it was the last fight against Daniel Rodriguez. I couldn't stare at anything but the hairline. So you were the first tweet I saw as well about Jiri fight off. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get on the news a little bit more and tweeting out, quick little tidbits of news as soon as I see them, so that anyone following me, people may follow me for news. Not that I'm sourcing the actual news, but just kind of regurgitating it. And if you like to follow my account for my opinions, you then see the news. So I've been trying to get better at that. I quote a lot of tweets and then give a quick take on it on Twitter. Like, blow so and so canceled. I'll quote the tweet. Like, let me see the last time I did that. I'll show you. I'll tell you what I said. So, for example, I quoted Conor McGregor's tweet that says, "I am clear for testing in February. I complete my 2 tests per USADA, and we're booking a fight." I said, if the UFC gives McGregor a testing pool exemption like they did Brock Lesnar for the Mark Hunt fight, I'm going to be disgusted. So I do little stuff like that as well. Put some respect on, I don't know who that is. Okay, that's too far. Umar Nurmagomedov is facing the same experience like Makhachev, ranked fighters avoiding him. Maybe very well. Your thoughts on Jamal Hill, future contender? Maybe he's definitely a future contender. Why don't you buy the blue check so we know it's officially you? Dude, I don't know. I'm not ready to spend money on Twitter, honestly. That shit's kind of corny. When I get enough followers, I want to get I want to get 1,000 Oh shit. New turn of events. Jan Blachowicz just landed in Vegas. He did not have Wi-Fi on the plane. He just found out he's fighting for the belt December 10th. He tells me he had no idea until he turned his phone on. All this happened while he was in the air. That is nuts. That is nuts. I'll quote that tweet. He's fighting for the undisputed UFC. Hold on 1 second, guys. Imagine how shocked he was. All of that happened while he was in the air. He ain't buying Wi-Fi? Dude, you cheap ass. Cheap ass. Why don't you buy... Okay. Yeah, Mario, why don't you donate me enough money to buy the blue check mark for a couple months? I'll take a donation. I'll take a super chat donation to buy my blue check mark. But only if you tell me with the donation to buy a blue check mark. Love Joey's take on soccer, aka I could give a rat's ass about it. I think you should get the blue check mark for brand purposes. It will bring more attention to your account, and Twitter might give your tweet more impressions. I have no idea. Apparently, Twitter employees charge people $15K for a blue check. I'm fine with them making it $8K instead. I never heard of that, but that's interesting. I paid a ton for tickets for 282, and it kept getting worse and worse. Was only one title fight, now this. When a main event is canceled in Las Vegas, they have to issue everyone a refund who asked for it. So get your refund and then rebuy tickets if you still want to go for a cheaper price. Mark Ingram gonna box. Do not give a shit. What a lackluster end to a glorious year. Yeah, it's very lackluster, to be quite honest. I'm not happy with it. My mom is getting me a blue check mark and an Elon Musk autograph pillow for Christmas. I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy. I think Jamal Hill would beat Magomed's ass. It'd be very interesting. I think Jamal Hill would get dominated. Thank you, Xavier, for the $2 super chat. He says, lose weight. I will get right on it. Keep sending more super chats with insults, and I will read them aloud. So continue to send super chats. They have to be more than 99 cents, though. Come on now. That's $2, so I read it for you. But I'll get right on it, Xavier. Thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you very much. I appreciate your support. Where was I at? Do you think Stipe Miocic is done? Most likely, yes. Most likely, yes. J.K. Neal is cool. Okay. Who is your favorite champion and why? It was Charles and then probably Jiri. So right now it's Volk. Right now it's Volk. So Volkanovski. Who is your guys' favorite champion? Let me know in the chat. Champ lineup predictions for the end of 2023. I'm going to do a video in January about that. I'm going to do a video in January, so be on the lookout for that. Jamal Hill got that street hood in him. Got that street hood in him. He don't take shit from anyone. Agreed. Joey, did you see Conor's drunk rant on Khabib? He glorified throwing an illegal knee against Khabib. I saw a couple tweets from him, but no, I didn't see the drunk rant. Conor's an idiot. I mean, he's always coked up doing crazy shit, living in 2015. So he's retired in my mind. People keep talking about him, but he's retired. Poland versus Russia, UFC 282. There you go. Cheap ass. There you go. Thanks for the info. Follow Soccer Joey. You won't regret it. Trust me. Okay. It's Poland versus Dagestan. I guess so. YouTube takes percentages that's barely over $1. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know exactly how much it would be, but either way, I appreciate it nonetheless. Keep them coming. Thoughts? I need money to pay for UFC 282. I mean, that's a horrible card. And I got to pay $80 for it, basically, with tax and everything. So keep sending the donations, all right? Thoughts on Khabib not being humble? I just think a lot of the time he's just being honest, and he's constantly being asked questions by reporters who overvalue his opinion. YouTube would take percentages, greedy. Yeah, I mean, they honestly, a lot of people complain about that, but for me, they create the platform. So it is what it is, you know. I think it's for donations, it's 70-30. So I get 70% of a donation. So I get $1.40 of this donation here. Pereira is your favorite champ. Thoughts on Jesse thinking he's shadow banned? The guy makes decent content. Shame to see his reach limited. I have no clue on that one. No clue. Alex is easily my favorite. Now finally dethroned Izzy. Yeah, Alex. I mean, Alex is an absolute savage in the way he won. Volk as well. He's a fun dude and an entertaining champ. Yeah. Who were the champs when you first watched MMA? Let's take a look. UFC champs May 2010. I don't even know. Okay. Weight class. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to find like a list of who was champs. UFC champions, May 2010. Does it tell me? I can't find. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't remember who was champ. Anderson Silva was a champ. I don't remember if it was Shogun or Lyoto. I think it was Shogun at the time. Had just won the belt, maybe. I don't remember. GSP was a champ. I think BJ Penn was still the champ. But it's hard for me to remember exactly who was champ the first year I started watching. Volk as well. He's a fun dude and an entertaining champ. Yeah, I mean, Volk's the best champ right now. Come on, people. Easy up on the disrespect on the host of the show. Joe, I'll email you a link. That's not going to... I mean, I don't feel like trying to deal with a possibly unreliable, and then also I got to watch it on my TV, so got to hook up my laptop to a TV. But appreciate it. Glover's done. Smooth move by Jiri to wait for him to age. There you go. Zhang and Volk are my favorite current champs. Thoughts on the Walmart shooting? Tragic, but I don't know too much about it, but that's tragic. Be honest, Joey, do you even care if McGregor comes back or not? Honestly, no, but I will be excited to watch him come back. I will be excited to watch him come back. Leon Edwards is my favorite champ. What a struggle to watch him get to this point. Yeah. It looks like you're sweating through your shirt. Could be the lighting. Yeah, it's the microphone casting a shadow on the shirt. Look. There you go. But yeah, that's just the way it looks sometimes with the lighting casting shadow over it. And I still got to record a video after this stream, guys. And it's already 11 o'clock. Moreno Figgy 4 prediction. I am going Brandon Moreno. I'm going Brandon Moreno. What got you start watching MMA in 2010? I always wanted to get into the sport. And then one of my buddies asked me if I wanted to go to the Buffalo Wild Wings and watch a fight. And we ended up ordering it instead and splitting it. But it basically just one of my buddies asked me to watch it with him. And then I was like, oh, and then I started watching all of them basically after that. Who and how on Chandler versus Islam? I say Islam KOs him brutally. Pay-per-view is so 2000. Streaming took over. There you go. Who is lightweight GOAT? Habib, BJ, or Frankie? Habib. Sup, Joey? What's going on? You still got a problem with MC? What's that even mean? Stopped watching because that take was trash. I don't even know what you're talking about. Who you got? Don't care about that fight. Who'd been Ankalaev versus Glover for the title? Yeah, Glover didn't want that smoke, dude. Glover didn't want that smoke. What do you think is next for Charlie Olives? Hopefully maybe Beneil Dariush. Glover declined. Said it once and I'll say it again. Stop drinking from plastic. I'll say it once and say it again. Mind your own business. How often do you get Buffalo Wild Wings? Not often at all. I haven't been there in months. I probably went there twice this year. The one near me has just awful service, so I don't ever go there. I probably had it 2, maybe 3 times this year. 135 versus 155 in terms of competition. 135. I like 135. Had some chicken wings earlier today. That's awesome. Do you remember what was the first pay-per-view you watched? Mine was Adesanya Blachowicz. Yes, it was Rampage Jackson versus Rashad Evans. Michael Chandler. Okay, so that was a garbage take that say Michael Chandler should be punished for blatantly cheating 3 times. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Come on, Joey. Even the chat knew. All right. What is a better matchup for Oliveira, Dariush, or Fiziev? I think he has a better chance at beating Dariush. But we'll see. Is Blachowicz versus Ankalaev for a title? What is steal? Yes, it is. It's for the undisputed title. Right now, Volkanovski has the most title defenses than all the current men champs combined. I did not know that. Thank you for the $2 donation, Xavier Large. I'm not even sure what that means, but okay, I'll get on it. I'll get on it for you. I think that's what you're saying. Same as the last message, but typed in a different way. Barcelos versus Umar was rumored for January 14th. Who do you think wins? I think it's official. I don't know if it was January 14th, but it's definitely official. I think Umar clearly wins. Joey, if many Dagestani champions will help pay-per-view sell, I think they watch the legal streams. It doesn't matter. The United States is the main market for pay-per-views. What's next for the division after Brandon beats him? Alexandre Pantoja. He has 2 wins over Brandon Moreno. So that's what will happen. Yes, Beneil would be a great matchup. My first pay-per-view was UFC 81. Lesnar Mir won. That's awesome. The first pay-per-view I ever purchased was 242. That is straight up insanity. 242 was 241. I remember what 243 was. 242 was in October, I believe. It was in October because I think 243 was Adesanya Whitaker 1. But what was 242? I can't remember off the top of my head for some reason. I'm a little bit tired. What was that? It was in October, right? I think it was in October. I might have my dates mixed up. I'm a little bit tired, so I can't remember, but I'm sure you'll tell me. Oh, 282. It was in September. It was Habib. Oh, Habib Poirier. Habib Poirier, right? That's awesome, man. That's crazy. Bone in or boneless? Bone in. But I like boneless too. Yup, he's in the win, not follow the rules. If thousands were on the line, belt opponent. Come on, Joey. He's in the win, but he fights with the lowest fight IQ I've ever seen. I lost a lot of respect for Chandler after that dirty performance. Agreed. Artem the Goat Lobov is suing Conor. I did see that. Hilarious. Hilarious, hilarious, hilarious. So. I would love Team Habib more if they stop distributing character certificates to people as if they're. I don't even know what you're saying. Do you even like the matchup between Potan and Chimaev, or does he not deserve a title shot? I think it'd be interesting, but it doesn't deserve it for sure. Is Barcelos good? He's okay. Not great, not terrible. They should bring the pay-per-view down when they lose Maine. They will never do that. They'll never do that. I know this off the top of my head. That's good. Admit that was a trash take. UFC has no problem with it. That doesn't mean it was a trash take, dude. If you think it's a trash take, then you know what? Fuck you. How about that? Abu Dhabi, Habib, Dustin, thank you. Why do you think Dustin is ducking Benny? I don't think he's ducking him. I think he's just saying, oh, I'd rather, just fight someone with a bigger name. I've been watching UFC since Shamrock was champion. That's crazy. I'm glad to see Trap Gambino back in action. I don't even know who that is. Joe, what's your favorite water brand? I don't really have one. It's pretty crazy. I know all the UFC months day near top of my head. Also remember how certain fights went even if they were on the prelims of a forgettable fight night. That is crazy. That last part is crazy. I forget a lot of the prelim fights and have to go back and figure them out. Bone in better. Yeah, they are most likely. It's not Artem is low on money. He just said he was just bragging not that long ago that he wasn't suing. Conor had offered him money and he wasn't taking it. So it's crazy that all of a sudden now he's suing him. I wonder if he was saying he wasn't taking it because he was planning on suing him is what he was doing. This guy's chat goes super fast on the slow mo. I come here, I'll just watch his regular uploads. Okay. Appreciate you. Should the light heavyweight just have a tournament for the belt? No, they never do. They never do tournaments. They're never gonna do that just because of the way it ends up. Wish I could donate nasal spray. Stuffy nose is the worst. Dude, it's so annoying. And it just happened like right before I got on stream. It just kind of came out of nowhere. But it's annoying as hell. And now I got to record a video. And I wasted an entire video now. I recorded a video yesterday, top 3 things I love about UFC 282. And Jiri Prochazka was featured at number 1. And it took me 2 hours to record the video because I was having issues with my camera. So my camera would cut off randomly and I'd restart the video and it'd be so annoying. Benil, gray hair, Darius. Yeah, Benil looks so old. I'm outie. Adios. Get the hell out of here. Excluding the females division, what do you think is the most boring low-level division in the UFC? I mean, it's not boring, but I think the most low-level division in the UFC is the heavyweight division. So, there you go. Was Jiri forced to vacate his belt or did it out of choice? I think the UFC probably advised him to do it. PFL on Friday, is it worth watching? It's a pay-per-view, so no. I just watched your video about Ngannou versus Jones needs to happen, and you blew my mind. Great video. What specifically about it blew your mind? I'm just curious. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. What I try to do is when I see a situation, I try to think of all the different variables and any questions that somebody who maybe doesn't follow as closely as I do, what people care about, and then I try to answer all those questions, give my thoughts, and kind of condense it into like a 10 or 15 minute video. That's my take. So that's what I try to do. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Jordy. Thank you for your support. And I'm glad you enjoyed watching it. I hope I answered, any questions you had about the situation. UFC should let you buy just the main or co-main for a lower price. They're never going to do that. So, There's no friends in this business. The line by Conor McGregor has never been more true. True. Okay. Rabid Dog, thank you for the $2 donation. You guys are gonna have to up these donations. Come on. If you're gonna complain. Goat of being boring. Carla or Rose or your streams? I'll say my streams probably. My streams, I think. Carla Rose was action packed. How dare you insult that legendary fight? Thank you for the $2 donation. Okay. Joey, I agree that the heavyweight division is not as good as it used to be. I really feel like the UFC would mix and match more. I think it's better than it used to be, but I think it's always been garbage. Joey's really cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. You're trying to force a grown man to change his opinion. What's the weather up like by you? It's been really nice today. It was really, really nice today. But it's going to chill back down and get a little rainy later this week. So, but it was cold. It just warmed up today. Why can Francis sit out forever? But Jiri was probably pressured into vacating. I don't think that's what happened. I think the UFC just decided they want an undisputed belt on the line. And I think they think Yuri's going to be out for 6 months to a year. And they said, you know what, it's probably better he just vacates. And we don't have to wait. I think it's probably tricky on what's going to end up, like how long he's going to be out. They don't know for sure. So I think that's what's going on there. So Jan versus Ankalaev for the title, Glover versus winner, then Jiri versus winner, right? Probably, but honestly, UFC may not give Glover a shot now. So that may be what happened. I'm going to answer all these questions and more in detail when I do my video after this stream too. So make sure you check out that video after the stream. It's not going to be out after the stream, but you get my point. It'll be out like in like an hour after the stream or so. F that fight. Wife beater Jones does not deserve a title shot. It's disgusting how many UFC fans suck Jones when he's such a terrible human being. Yeah, I guess so. The video in Ngannou versus Jones, the fact that you said Francis being scary one-punch killer versus one of the greatest mixed martial artists to ever do, it's the way you define them both. I'm glad you enjoyed it because it's really a fight that I really want to see badly. And I'm glad that when I make these types of videos as well, like I know I was talking about it before, I try to put some of these fights in context, in some ways that maybe you're not thinking about. And then like when you watch my videos and I'm talking about a fight, I want you to be excited for that fight. Or depending on what the fight is. Obviously, it's a shit fight. You're not going to be excited about it. But fights like that, I try to put some context to it. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do there. And it's true. It's all true. I'm not making up shit. Was Brock Lesnar a good champion? No. Reigning here in Oklahoma? That sucks. Oh, wait, he vacated the belt? Yes, he did. Thank you, brother. Coming to see the parents. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I hope you have a good time. Why isn't Glover getting a shot? Why isn't Glover getting a shot? Jan versus Glover 2 should be for the belt. No, dude, nobody wants to see Jan versus Glover 2. How does Ariel get all the breaking news? He doesn't get all the breaking news, but what he does is he made a lot of contacts in the sport, so he just contacts the fighters' agents and camps and gets comments from them, basically. Thoughts on Irene Aldana getting the next title shot? Is she or is she not? It's hard to say. The UFC should have booked Pereira versus Chimaev for middleweight belt at 282. I think they might have been toying around about it. I think they've been toying around about it. But they probably thought, okay, we're just going to stick with this. Keep up the great work, Joey. Thanks for all you do. Thank you for watching, Mark. I appreciate you, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And I'll continue to keep up the great work. What Jones is off Octagon shouldn't concern his work inside it. If that started to happen, majority of boxers wouldn't have a career. Yeah, I don't know. I've been lurking for weeks. I've had a lot of personal problems. That's why I've been away, but still watching your content. Thank you, Kane. I hope you were doing all right. I'm assuming you're the same Kane that was been around for a while, right? I appreciate you, man. Nonetheless, I hope all your personal problems are solved. I hope everything works out. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. And I appreciate you watching, even if you are lurking in the background. I really do appreciate it. So, didn't Francis and Jones train together before? I don't know. I feel you, Kane. I hope things get better for you. There you go. You got the support. You got the support of the community here. Have a good Thanksgiving tomorrow, Joey, and everyone else. Peace and love to all. Thank you, Mark. I will, and I hope you do the same. If Jones loses at heavyweight, does he go back to light heavyweight? No. He probably retires or gets another fight at light heavyweight. Would be my guess. It'll be really, really interesting if he ends up losing. So, if Jones, okay, read that favorite holiday. Honestly, I really enjoy Christmas. I like giving gifts, so I enjoy Christmas. Is Ankalaev neighborhood of Habib in Dagestan? I have no idea. I have no idea. Just join what's going on with 282. Is this one step closer to Khamzat versus Alex for the belt? No. It could have been, but it is not. The co-main event now, Magomed Ankalaev versus Jan Blachowicz, is now for the undisputed UFC light heavyweight title. Jiri Prochazka is severely injured. His shoulder is injured. He's going to be out for a while. There's no real timeline for his return. Therefore, he vacated the belt. The winner of Ankalaev versus Blachowicz will be the undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion. So, somebody responded to my tweet and said, bro didn't buy Wi-Fi. What a cheap ass. I literally said that on stream. Is that somebody that's watching the stream right now? Because that's hilarious that I just said that. I'm actually quoting that tweet too. UFC needs to pay their fighters more. Jan Blachowicz can't even afford the in-flight Wi-Fi and had no idea he was now fighting for the belt at UFC 282. That's a good tweet. That's a good tweet right there. That's what the people need. That's what the people want to see right there. Okay. But yeah, that's cheap as hell. That's cheap as hell. But the UFC ain't paying good enough. Okay. But the 282 card sucks now. Yeah, it's not great. For a pay-per-view, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. But the two, okay, read that. Mitchell versus Topuria, your thoughts? I love that fight. I love that fight. That's an amazing fight. People think Topuria is some crazy striker. He's a great grappler and a submission artist. So it's going to be very interesting if it goes to the ground. Jones will teach the guys at heavyweight how to jog and improve their running while outpointing them. We'll see. I'm chill as shit. Just don't like people supporting white beaters. I appreciate it. Wish they put Spivak versus Lewis for December 10th. They may very well. Joe, where the F is the prize for being one of the first 25 people to like the stream that one time? Dude, I was kidding around. I hope you know I was kidding and you're just trolling me right now. I was just joking. So, yeah, subscribe to the channel. I mean, the next 10 subscribers are going to get a massive prize. So go subscribe to the channel right now. Massive prize for the next 10 subscribers. And the next 50 people who like the stream, huge prize for that as well, okay? So hurry up, get it while it's hot. Bro, why are you reading like that? What specifically did I read like? Was it when I was typing? Is that what you're talking about? I was just kind of quickly, like, briefly reading what I was typing. I don't know, dude. It is what it is. I'm sure Yan is flying coach as well. Yeah, probably. What's Stipe's deal? Damn, man. Dude is, dude is just happy working at the fire department, answering the phones. That's basically it. That's basically it. There's nothing more, nothing less. What do you want for Christmas this year besides the UFC hot dog brander? That's about it, dude. You got to get the UFC hot dog brander for sure. But I'll definitely take a free Venom kit as well. I'm sure. Okay, what's Stipe's deal? How is Jones the GOAT? He abused steroids for an entire career. I mean, half the people abuse steroids. Joey, have you ever done any combat sports? Dude, I wear Venom gear. Are you even kidding? I'm just trolling. I figured you were, but I just want to make sure. Can I unsub and resub? Dude, I'm kidding, though. I'm kidding. Why does Alex get a rematch against Izzy? Yes, he's been very dominant, but Alex beat him 3 times in a row. 3 times in a row in what? In what? 3 times in a row. No. No, 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 no. He beat him 1 time in MMA. A dominant champion beat him 1 time. In a fight where Izzy almost KO'd him. In a fight where Izzy won 90% of the fight. Or 80% of the fight, I'll say. That's why. So, that's why. It's not 3 times in a row. We got to stop saying that dumb shit. I hate that dumb shit. It's just not true. Joey lying to his fans. There you go. Till versus Duplessis fight of the year. Nah, dude. Till's going to pull out, Till. Do you think Masvidal's 1 win away from another title shot, regardless of how much he embarrassed himself? If Leon holds one of the belt, it's very, very possible. It's very, very possible. Funny how all the British fighters get veneers fits the stereotype. Okay. Can I resubscribe? Haha. I hope Joey gets a pair of the Rock shoes in his stocking. Dude, someone needs to send me a pair of the Rock shoes. How much are them? How much are them bitches? Let me see. The Rock's UFC shoes. Imagine buying these bitches are $70. Who's wearing these cornball shoes? Dude, someone needs to buy me these shoes, please. I'm getting the red. They actually don't look too bad other than the dumbass UFC logo on the tongue of the shoes and the Brahma Bull on the side. They actually look pretty comfortable. They actually look pretty comfortable. I like the red and gray. $70 is a bit steep though. Yeah, they're $70, bro. Plus tax. They're on sale for $70. I mean, it's a Black Friday sale. They're normally $100. Apparently, it's a top gift. They're labeling it as a top gift. It's 30% off store wide. Otherwise, it'd be $100. Dude, I swear, if I was ever out in public and I saw someone wearing the Rock shoes, I'd be scared about retribution because you know how tough they are if they're wearing them shoes. But I'm sucker punching them, dude. I can't let that slide. I really can't let that slide. If someone's wearing the Rock Under Armour shoes, UFC shoes out in public, I have to sucker punch them, okay? So, there you go. Hold on. I'm going to crawl down your chimney and get you and your fiance the Rock shoes and a UFC hot dog brand for Christmas. Dude, imagine if you crawled down my chimney and left those by the tree, dude. I would fucking die. To MMA Joey from Jungle Mania. Oh, that's funny as hell. That is funny as hell. Imagine that, guys. Hold on, let me post the link in the chat. Look, guys, get them while they're hot. They're gonna run out. Everybody go look at how much they cost right now. Oh, for some reason the link is too long. Are you kidding me? The link is way too long. You can't even share these bitches? Apparently you can pick them up in store. I'd be so embarrassed. You know what's funny? My grandma knows I like the UFC. Imagine if she bought me these shoes and she was like, I know how much you love the UFC, so I got these shoes. I just had to lie to her and say I loved them and just throw them away. Damn, that'd be petty as hell. Oh my God. Think about this, guys. I want you to really think about this for a second. I'm not kidding. Someone is getting a pair of those UFC shoes for Christmas. Somebody's friend, somebody's parent, somebody's going to say, you know what? They really like the UFC. I'm going to get them this pair of shoes that's UFC branded. Okay? That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. And somebody's really opening them on Christmas morning. I'm not going to lie, though. If my grandmother accidentally got me a pair of the Rock shoes and says, you know, I know you love the UFC and I got you these shoes. Whew, I don't know if I'm going to be able to fake it. I might have to sucker punch her as well. Oh, no, I had to fake it and pretend to like them. Let me know. Let me know. Would you rock a pair of the Rock shoes? No pun intended. Joey, do you think Gastelum can ever become champ? It's going to be tough, but probably not. Maybe at welterweight. Light heavyweight needs some new fighters. That they do. Swear to God, they're 70. Told you. Izzy versus Alex was masterclass from Izzy. That's why we love MMA. So many Rocky moments. There you go. I saw someone wearing those shoes. I'd be embarrassed. Bruh, when all the presents are open, then you just bust out the stockings and there's a banger inside. Yeah, you got to have the Venom socks too. You got to have the Venom socks with them. That's the only way to go. The Venom socks, the Rock shoes. So I'm done. I am done right now. Let me show you. Let me just show you. I just refreshed Twitter to see if there was any more news about UFC 282. And let me show you what I'm looking at right now. Let me show you what I'm looking at right now. This is what pops up on my feed. This is what pops up on my feed. This says, parents, don't leave your feet hanging off the bed at night or monsters will eat them. This is what the meme is. I just read you what the text said, but look at the picture there. Hold on, let me see if it... Don't hang your feet off the bed at night because the monsters will eat them. It's a dude sticking his ass off the bed. What the fuck? That is hilarious. Holy shit. I just almost knocked over my full water right now. Oh my God, I would have been pissed. My keyboard would have been ruined. Thoughts on James Krause smashing Lauren Sanko by Megan Anderson? I have no idea. That shit is fucking crazy. I would have to slap them too. Dude, if we were... Imagine we had like a UFC pay-per-view meetup for the community and there's like everyone's just wearing the Brahma Bull on their Under Armour shoes. Do you believe Gastelum has a decent shot at beating Pereira? Dude, he's too undersized. I don't think so. If Jones doesn't fight Ngannou in March, do you believe Blade's fight will mean Ngannou is stripped? Yes, most likely. Is UFC... Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Now, I actually scrolled all the way down and... Yeah, if Jones doesn't fight Ngannou in March, do you think Blade's fight will mean Ngannou's stripped? Yeah, I think the UFC will be like, okay, we're not getting it done. Bro, if your grandma buys you the Rock shoes, you got to wear them every stream. Do you think I'm wearing shoes during the stream, dude? What kind of fucking weirdo do you think I am? Why would I be wearing shoes right now? That's crazy, dude. You guys think I'm wearing... You guys imagine I'm wearing shoes right now while I'm streaming? Absolutely not. I don't think I've ever worn shoes. I don't even wear... I'm upstairs. I don't even wear shoes in my upstairs. I take off my shoes downstairs. Bro, okay, read that. Eggnog is the shit. Never really tried it. How many people are you expecting over for Thanksgiving? Like 5, I think. Not very many. UFC gloves is pretty sick gift for MMA fans, okay? The link is too long. That's what she said. Okay. If I was gifted the Rock shoes, no lie, I would rock the bitches. Imagine you open up a Christmas gift and they're all in your face. You like it? You like it? You just fucking punch them in the face. Oh my God. You'd have to tear down your grandma's kitchen if she bought you those shoes. I honestly, if she bought me the Rock shoes, I'm putting her in a home. Are you going to do a Christmas deal this year for membership? Help your broke fans out? I wouldn't even know how to do it. It's $3. I don't even think I can change the price without canceling everyone's membership. So it costs $3. So it is what it is. You would have to wear them, well, at least to Christmas dinner. Love me some Joey. I got it. Make a plush pillow of yourself. Hot merch. Okay. What about WWE socks? No, absolutely not. What if your fiance buys you a whole Venom jumpsuit and said, I know how much you love the UFC? I'd wear it every stream. Got to overlap the Venom socks with some weed socks. Yeah, you got to have the marijuana leaves as well. I like how we have our own little inside jokes in here now. It's hilarious. Opens gift box. I can't let this slide. You just start beating the shit out of whoever gave them to you. Everyone in the room is just looking at you like, what the fuck is going on right now? So... Now, you know I would pull. You know I would pull. Someone gives me the Rock shoes. Has anyone seen The Sinner season 1 when they're on the beach? That would be me the second I open the Rock shoes. I hope someone gets that joke. Kind of non-MMA related. Who's the most beautiful MMA fighter according to you? I don't know, really. I really don't know. I'll say Vernon Janaroba. Jiri is going to secretly train, fight John Jones. Okay. Double socked up in my Rock shoes. You got the shoes on. What country do you think is the most dominant for the UFC? I don't know. It seems like Dagestan, but that's not really a country, is it? I don't know how that works. Dude in the bed wants his ass ate. Exactly. Grandma's gonna go straight to the retirement home if I underrock the Rock shoes on Christmas. Oh, that's hilarious. Would Volk versus Charles would have been very competitive? Yes, it would have been. Jones versus Blades wrestling will cancel each other out, so the fight will likely be decided on the feet like Usman Colby. What say you, Joey? I don't know, man. It all depends how Jones looks at heavyweight. So there you go. Rabbit Dog, thank you for the $2 super chat. Guarantee Rock shoes are better than Joey's shoes. Doubtful. Doubtful, but maybe. Maybe. Thank you for the $2 donation. I don't know. Blades is massive, and I don't know how Jones is going to look at heavyweight. I can see Blades out wrestling him. Coming from the dude that streamed from the shower, yeah, you got shoes on. Dude, I don't even wear shoes. I don't even wear shoes upstairs in my house. So I got a hardwood floor downstairs and carpet upstairs. I don't wear shoes upstairs. Open gifts box. I can't let this slide. If my grandma bought me the Rock shoes, I put her in a wood chipper. Yeah, dude. If grandma throws you a pair of Rock shoes on Christmas, dude, you got to throw her in the wood chipper for sure. For sure. You can't let that shit slide. You're like, Granny, look, I loved you, but this shit is unacceptable. This shit is unacceptable. You throw the Rock shoes in first so she can get offended about her Christmas gift, and you chuck her right in afterwards. What's your favorite TV show of all time? Either The Leftovers, which is an HBO show, or Mr. Robot, or True Detective Season 1. All three of those are tied for my favorite show of all time. What is one female MMA fighter you would let control you, Joey? Dude, I don't... Vernon Janaroba, okay? Early lean for Andrea KGB Lee versus Macy the Future Barber. I don't know, man. I hate both of them, too, so I'm not rooting for either one. But I lean maybe Andrea, whatever the hell her name is. Something like that. UFC needs to do Brazil versus Russian tough. Okay. Curtis Blades can stop Jones. I think so. Oh, can't stop Jones. Maybe. Quit saying, Vernon, it's not even funny. Who said I was joking, bro? Fuck you for assuming I'm joking. Okay. People wondering if Joey's shoes when he probably doesn't have pants when he's left. Dude, there's a lot of times. Most of the time, I would say maybe 50%, 60% of the time, I'm not wearing pants. Honestly. I'm just wearing a shirt and some underwear, and I'm just chilling. Why would I be wearing pants? Right now, I'm wearing pants, though. But most of the time, 60%, I would say I'm not wearing pants. Where was I at? Dude, I just can't get over he called her Andrea KGB Lee. People wondering if Joey has okay, read that. I'm disabled and kind of poor, so I'll send you money on the 3rd. Dude, don't worry about it. If you can't afford it, save it for yourself. I appreciate you nonetheless. Just watch the videos and like the streams and all that good stuff and enjoy the free content. I feel like Blades could beat Jones. I definitely do as well. What, you actually think Vernon is hot? Dude, I'm not talking about this anymore, all right? I'm tired of you making fun of me. Waiting for the day Joey forgets to end the stream. Hit end stream so we can see those beautiful Venom boxers. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Thoughts on Hebas versus Cortez, baddie versus a baddie? I think it's an alright fight. I favor Hebas. I think she's got better striking, but it's going to be interesting. Can you stand up in front of the camera so we can get an idea how tall you are? Dude, I'm 6'2", 6'3". I think I'm 6'3", but I've measured differently here and there. UFC has 40 plus champions, and UFC while Brazil has around 20. Okay. Thoughts on canned cranberry sauce? I don't like cranberry sauce, so I don't have any thoughts on it. Uh you stand up, no pants, rock shoes, and Venom boxers on. Yeah, I just stand up. I got nothing but marijuana tube socks on, the rock shoes, and that's it. There you go. How am I making fun of you? I thought you were joking and saying Verna as your choice. What, you don't think Verna's hot? You don't think Verna Janaroba's hot? What the hell is wrong with you? My bad. I apologize. I accept your apology. Boys, I got to head out. I'll catch you in the next stream. Adios. Thoughts on the UFC 283 card? It still needs a main event. I mean, Moreno Figgy, I love that fight, but that's not a main event. Is it true Patty's going to AEW? I have no idea. Do you think O'Malley's going to get the next title shot? No. He's definitely not. He may fight for the title next, but he's definitely not getting the next title shot. Joey is low-key promoting the UFC shoot. Yeah, I need a brand deal with him. If I could get a brand deal with the Rock shoes, dude, I swear, I would just start hyping them up nonstop just for a lows. Just for lows. I'm scared for Jan. Yeah, he's going to get brutalized most likely. Verna looks like a choke. How dare you insult her? You leave Verna Jandaroba alone. Let's do a quick poll. Let's do a quick poll. Hold on 1 second. Let's do a quick poll in the chat. Everyone go vote yes in the chat. Is all right, everyone go vote yes in the chat. So then when somebody random joins, they see the poll and they see everyone answered yes. Everyone go vote yes. Go vote yes. I want somebody random in like 10 minutes to join the stream and then see this poll and it's just all yeses. So do me a favor. Everyone voted yes immediately. Somebody's going to join in a few minutes. I'm going to leave that up. And somebody's going to join and just laugh their ass off. That has no idea what's going on. Peace. See you later. Keep out. Constantly growing. See you later. I hope they throw in a bag to some fighters to squeeze another fight in for 282. I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, I see somebody already ruined it, but it doesn't matter. Who the F is Verna? Look, Google her, dude. Little Seal says yes. Come on, everybody vote yes. Everybody vote. Pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie? I'm not a pie person, so I don't know. Do you think they'll ever make Nunes the main event for January? It's possible. It's very possible. What do you like more, turkey or pork? Pork. Correct the fight. Oh, I can't edit it afterwards. Damn, that sucks. I didn't even how did I mess that up? That lazy eye gets me hot. There you go. Now I'm here. This has been too funny. Saying later to the fellas. Oh, okay. I see. Dude, I feel bad now, dude. We're really packing on Verna. That's terrible. Who did you pick? Who would you pick in Valentina versus Nunes 3? I probably picked Nunes, even though I picked Valentina in the first two. Did you think Talia Santos beat Shevchenko? It was very, very close. We definitely getting Jones and Ngannou at 282? No. Holly Holmes is the prettiest female fighter. Maybe Cyborg. Hard to call. Okay. How bad is Jiri's injury? Apparently atrocious. So it's not going to be good. Look how we got 80% says yes. Who's the 20% that said no? What the hell? I asked you guys to do me a simple favor and you mess it up. Prime Cyborg Once steroids is the pinnacle of female beauty. All right. Um, Mackenzie Dern is pretty hot. Okay. On December 10th, Eagle SC is hosting their first event since International Fight Week. I did not know that. All right, guys. More MMA related questions. Come on. This is the last thing I want to see on the feed here. Hamzat doesn't have a fight book. Why not try to get him on the 282 card? I think they thought about that, but it's not going to happen. That's a bummer. I hope Jiri comes back to saying I was looking forward to his fight. Yeah, I'm going to make a video after this stream talking about it, but it's unfortunate. I'm still so behind with the stream. I'm at the Rock Shoes. Dude, you better just hit live. Come on now. If you don't like pie, what's your favorite food for Thanksgiving? I like mashed potatoes are the best. Sorry, you must have voted no. Now we're at 74%. You guys are just ruining it. You guys are just flat out ruining it. What the hell? For what reason? For what reason? Why can't we get 100%? I guarantee if I try to redo it and get 100%, I guarantee someone votes against it again. So, I think so. And now it won't let me highlight it? Are you kidding me? I'm ending the poll because you guys ruined it. I'm not even going to do it again. I thought about doing it again, but you guys ruined it, so. Please do an Instagram live where you invite a guest on the live. Who am I going to invite on the live, dude? Should have gave a title fight to Sam Alvey. Yeah, it's not us, Joey. We have a few trolls in the chat. Yeah, most likely. Some people just want to watch the world burn. It's a little strange Jiri relinquishing the belt. Why not an interim? I don't think they know when he's going to be back, truly. He could be out for a year. Can't do 100% because Cyborg. Yeah, that's true. That is true. But yeah, it sucks. I just Googled her. Jeez Louise. Dude, come on. Yo, Joey, waking up at 4 a.m. to watch the World Cup. I would never. Invite the slap fight champion on? No. You called them pigs in a blanket? Okay. Do you think they'll do Dillashaw Cruz soon? No, Dillashaw's going to be out like 6 months, so probably not. Definitely not. But they might do it after that. Yeah, Google Verna Jandaroba. I mean, literally, it doesn't. I mean, she's like a 10 out of 10. Like, I can't even believe she's a fighter. Invite your friend that got you in MMA. I don't even talk to him anymore. I haven't talked to him in probably 8 years. No, nothing between us. Just kind of fell off. Are they making 2 March events for Conor's return? Maybe. Probably not, though. Imagine Cyborg and marijuana socks, okay? Valentina all day, every day. There you go. I'm just dying, dude. So I'm a Googler. She better be a baddie. She better be a baddie. Oh, my God. Dude, that's petty. What happens with Glover now? Does he retire? Most likely. I don't think they're going to give him another title shot. We're going to talk about that all in my upcoming video. I'm actually going to, after this stream, I'm going to take a hot shower, kind of decongest a little bit. And then record my video, and it's going to be just out late. It's going to be out late, so. If you wanted to try to make an MMA fan, what's the first fight that comes to mind you'd want to show them for that? I don't know. It depends what they're looking for. If they just want to see a crazy brawl, I'd probably pull up something like John Lineker, Francisco Rivera. But if they want to see like hardcore elite fighting, I don't know. Something amazing. Dude, I'd probably pull up a Jiri Glover one, honestly. Even though that's a crazy brawl, but it's also elite level fighting. Who do you have for Jan versus Ankalaev? I got Ankalaev all day. Seriously, how is Glover smaller than Alex? Don't ask me. First fight I would show them is Dustin Poirier, Dan Hooker. That was a wild, crazy, great fight. Patty versus Gordon should not be a co-main. Agree. UFC 282 knows probably one of the worst pay-per-views of the year. I don't think it is, but I mean, I don't. It's pretty bad now. Why wouldn't Glover take a short notice title fight? He ain't fighting Magomed Ankalaev on short notice. So, I prefer the hairy. Okay, Robbie versus McDonald is the best fight to get someone in MMA. It was pretty good. Yeah, it was one of my favorite fights for sure. Dan versus Dustin is my favorite fight of all time. It was amazing. People forget how good it was. He ain't gonna take a beating most likely. First fight I'd show him is Izzy Gastelum. That fight was straight up insanity. I mean, what a crazy, wild fight that was. Seriously. I mean, that fight was straight up crazy. Guys, if you are watching the stream right now and you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. Also, do me a favor and like the stream. I would greatly appreciate it. I would greatly appreciate it, okay? Yeah, but Izzy Gastelum was an amazing fight. Glover Teixeira is going to get older and older and then have less chance of winning a title. That is very true. That is very, very true. Glover should have just took a fight. He's 43. Should have fought December 10th and retired, either win or lose. Yeah, but he knew he was going to lose. So he'd rather just hang out and retire, probably. I doubt we ever see him fight for a belt again, to be honest. Yeah, if I wanted to get a fan in this sport, I'd show him Rose Carla too as well. I think that's a great one. New Mexico's out of here. New Mexico's out of here. Yeah, we're going to go for a little bit longer. Jan is definitely going to have to use his grappling this fight. What? Dude, he's going to get out-grappled. So unless you're saying defensive grappling, he ain't going to be offensively grappling. So my guess is you're probably saying like takedown defense and whatnot. It'll be interesting. Rose versus Carla 2 is probably the most action-packed fight. I'd show him Lewis versus Ngannou. Dude, Lewis versus Ngannou was incredible. I definitely go back and rewatch it if you haven't seen that fight. Derek Lewis, Francis Ngannou, action-packed from bell to bell. And then Rose Carla 2 is probably the only one I can see above it, really. I showed my cousin Lewis versus Ngannou, and now he's a diehard fan. Yeah, dude, I converted a couple people to diehards after watching that. Couple diehards after watching. I mean, how can you not after watching that barn burner? Then I would show him Izzy versus Yoel. Yeah, Izzy versus Yoel was incredible. Jiri's injury, what happened? He got injured in training at Extreme Couture. He injured his shoulder, and he needs surgery and rehabilitation. First fight to show him would be Jones Gus 1. Holloway versus Cater was a brutal beatdown. I would not show him that. Griffin versus Banter. Conor versus Diaz 2. Conor versus Eddie 2. Conor versus Eddie 2. That never happened. Conor versus Tuivasa. Better be a baddie. Better be ready for disappointment. I know Paddy Pimblett's a big name, but being a co-main event is just disgusting. Yeah. It should not be a co-main event. I'd show them Hooker versus Puelles so that every fight would be amazing after that. Dude, Puelles should be embarrassed of what he did. Puelles should genuinely be embarrassed for what he did. I mean, dude was dragging his ass on the carpet. Dragging his ass on the carpet like a dog. Okay. Paddy in the co-main event? Yes. Unfortunately, he is. Read that. I'd show them Cater versus Giga. Great fight. That is a pretty good one. Little known fact, Roy McDonald versus Jake Ellenberger was Lewis versus Ngannou Volume 1. Dude, I don't even remember that fight, and I definitely watched it. I never thought Jiri would have vacated for an injury. When I was reading the fight between Jan Blachowicz, I was expecting for a title. I thought it was interim. Yeah, dude, it is what it is. I don't know. Yeah, dude, they're saying Conor might get that exemption. If he gets that exemption, that'll be crazy. That'll be crazy. Max first of the year would be a great first fight to show. Yeah, it was fun too. I swear the UFC is so entertaining, but when I show someone it always turns to Izzy versus Joel. That's how it goes down. That's how it goes down. 282 and 283 don't look great. Yeah, they're not looking particularly great. I'm not particularly pumped for either one. It's, I mean, it's looking a little lackluster. It's looking a little lackluster right now. So, but it is what it is, guys. There's nothing we can do now. Who do you think is the best UFC kicker? At one point in time, I would have said Edson Barboza. But I don't know about now. Off the top of my head, I can't think. Me personally, I would show them Jiri versus Glover because they would love the grappling since it was fun. That is true. What will be crazy is how the MMA media will not barely cover the Conor thing. Aaron Bronstedter's been covering it pretty well. This Czech samurai will return. Conor's so blatantly on roids. I mean, it's clear as day. How do you think Rockhold would do at 205? Dude looked big against Blachowicz, surprisingly. I think he could KO by Blachowicz and retire for 2 years afterwards, basically. I don't think he'd do well. I mean, he's already chinny enough. I just like watching Patty, but nowhere near co-main. Not even a co-main. Co-main's co-main, yeah. It shouldn't even be. It should barely open up the card. At best, it should open up the card. So, I just like watching Patty, but nowhere. Okay, read that. Who would you pick between Fiziev and Kutateladze? I'd pick Fiziev. I am very high on Rafael Fiziev, and I think that his striking would just be too much. It'd be too much. He's too good on the feet, and he gets it done. But Kutateladze is amazing. Imagine they book Conor McGregor versus Guram Kutateladze for his return. They would never book that in a million years, but imagine they did, dude. That would not look very good for Conor. Would you be willing to bet Conor returns to the octagon? Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up arrested or something and never comes back. Conor's like the type of guy that's going to end up going to jail for the rest of his life at some point in time. Yair's probably the best kicker. Yeah, Yair's a very good kicker. Very true. Maybe Umar Nurmagomedov is the best kicker. I don't know. Umar does have some great kicks, though. Aaron is from TSN in Canada. Yes, he is. Conor's legs are massive right now. I don't pay attention too much to his physique, but I know he is ginormous. I know that to be true. Did you watch Yair versus Korean Zombie, that live, that crazy ending? Yes, I was watching live. I flipped out. I never screamed that loud my entire life. I couldn't believe it. It was just shocking. Moicano versus McKinney prediction. I would take either McKinney by first round KO or Moicano by like late first round, early second round stoppage. McKinney just goes balls to the wall in the beginning and he can fade. Gaethje has the best, strongest, and fastest kicks pound for pound, and legs chop anyone to maul them. Okay. Joey, do an upload of your all-time card with 14 fights you would show to be someone that you want to get in the UFC. Dude, that's a lot of thought. I don't know if I can pull that off. Conor looks so goofy with no beard. Yeah, when somebody has a beard for a while and then they get rid of it, they look weird. That's just how it works. If I shave my beard off, you guys would think I look weird as hell. I was shocked when Lewis knocked out Blades. Yeah, I picked Blades in that fight, and I was dead wrong. I love watching McKinney fight. I agree, dude. The Drew Dober fight was crazy, and he could have easily won. Gaethje's kicks won't be effective against a Muay Thai fighter like Fiziev. Yeah, I mean, Fiziev is going to be checking those kicks and landing with his hands and countering those kicks. And we'd have to see what happened. Would that kick that Leon knocked Usman out with would have knocked out Hamzat? Probably. Yeah, that kick was brutal. I think it would have knocked any man out, to be quite honest. To be quite honest, it would have knocked anyone out. I mean, it was just absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. Okay. Someone said, looks like you got your wish. I'm not sure what that means. I'm reading some comments real quick. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Fiziev would beat the dog shit out of Gaethje. I think so. Shin to face is ridiculous unless you're Romero. That is very true. Best head kick ever was Gonzaga over Krokop. Dude, that was crazy. That was crazy. I didn't see that live, but that was nuts. Dude, he folded him up too. Can anyone I can't see anyone knocking out Vettori. Dude, Vittori's so durable. I mean, Costa was landing big shots on him and it was having no impact. Was having absolutely no impact. Think about how crazy that is. Which I just think is insanity. Yeah, Jiri said he's out at least 6 months. So, did you see the MMA Gurus video on UFC bonuses? No, I did not. They gave high earners like Chandler, Dustin, and Alex bonus while ignoring the fighters lower on the card who arguably need the bonuses a lot more. Dude, the UFC don't care about that. Yeah, so it is what it is. It's going to continue to happen. UFC needs to pay fighters more in general. Pereira's KO's Vittori, maybe. You excited for the Stream PFL pay-per-view? No, I'm not. Gaethje thinks he's going to go on another title run. Not a chance. He's done that. He's done at the top. Yeah, I agree. It's not talked about enough. Usman versus Edwards 2 is very early stoppage, just like Usman versus Masvidal. Yeah, dude, they were terrible stoppages. I rewatched your 280 watch along. You got a lot of hate in the comments over saying Jan was robbed. People are crazy. How much of it did you rewatch, Billy? But that I didn't even notice that. But people are nuts. I think Pereira could fight at heavyweight and wouldn't be a problem, although how his chin would hold up. Yeah. Most likely it would be a big problem how his chin would hold up. But it'd be interesting. He'd get out-grappled by guys like Blades, though. Well, I'm the only one that think Gaethje can beat Fiziev because of experience. Maybe. But I don't. I guess, though. So. Valentina versus Jessica I was a crazy head kick KO as well. That's true. Here we go. Evil. Here we go. Joey, what's next for Michael Chandler? Here are my matchups for Michael Chandler's next opponent. Chandler McGregor, Gaethje versus Chandler 2, or see the UFC resign Eddie and finish his trilogy. Yeah, Chandler versus I'll say Chandler versus Gamrot or Chandler versus McGregor. Just the bottom 3 fights. I drive a long way for work, so I had it in the background. How was rewatching it? How was it? Like I never watch it myself, obviously, but was it at least interesting? I hope it was an interesting watch. I wonder how many people actually rewatch those after the fact. I always wonder that because that's not an analytic I have access to. Fiziev is a huge problem to the lightweight division. He has great takedown defense with a lot of grappling against defense like Usman, and he has elite level striking. Never seen the Gonzaga KO. Is it worth watching right now? It's pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, it take you 10 seconds to go find it, so maybe. I thought it was pretty crazy. This Michael Moraes versus Renak, I can't pronounce his last name, gets me chubbed up. What's your early lean? My early lean is I'm very high on Moraes or Morales or however you pronounce his name. But I'll have to put more thought into it when we get closer. Fiziev is one of the guys at 155 I think has a real chance of beating Islam. He's the only guy that I give a slight chance to beating Islam, and I don't even favor him over Islam. It was cool to rewatch. I rewatched your 268 one before as well. That's crazy. I appreciate it, man. I really do. It's cool hearing that too. I always wonder, like, does anyone actually rewatch this shit? But I guess it's probably interesting to rewatch it and see what the full reaction was. I can't catch them live usually. Well, I appreciate you going back, man. I really do. Bro, if Kevin Holland gets to be number 7 in the rankings, he's going to get destroyed by any grappler. That is a very, very true. Dude, Kevin Holland would get destroyed by a lot of these guys at welterweight grapplers. Let me X out of this. We had a great chat tonight, guys. I got to X out a million tabs that I have open. And I still got to record a video after this. Guys, if you have not liked the stream yet, like it. Scroll down. Hit the thumbs up button. Also, subscribe to the channel right this very second. Make sure you're subscribed. And if you are subscribed, make sure you go turn on notifications. Because I'm trying to get it. I can see how many people have notifications on. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I'd like to get to 1,000 people with notifications on. We're creeping there. We're getting dangerously close. but I need more people to turn on notifications. Do you think Alexander Hernandez does better at featherweight than lightweight because he is making his lightweight debut either 282 or 283? And then lightweight because he's making his featherweight debut. I think he has a better chance to be successful at featherweight, but we'll see. We'll see. It's hard to say. I mean, I never was too high on Alex Hernandez. Joey, did you hear that the UFC is working on Hooker versus Moicano at 284? I did not hear that. That's a great fight. I don't really like Islam, but I feel he's going to be a champ for a long time. There you go. Is Shavkat versus Neal confirmed? Yes. Mad respect to Jiri for vacating the belt, but he didn't have to do that. Jan and Magomedov could have fought for the interim belt and defended. Now, I think the UFC was the one that made this decision. Did you see Smith versus Hill is set for March 11th? I did not see that, but I thought that was the fight that was going to be made. Have a good night, my friend. Have a good night, my friend. Hi, Joey. What's up, Mike? Are you cooking the bird tomorrow for your guest? Kind of. My fiance is going to. Hernandez is huge, man. I don't know how he's going to make it to 45. I have no idea. You seen the Irish Goat on Twitter rage again? I've seen bits and pieces. Now, I almost wish they just had Shavkat versus Burns. Yeah, that would have been crazy, but I'd have felt bad for Gilbert Burns, to be honest. Should the UFC move a fight like UFC 282 since the card kind of sucks? Maybe like Tuivasa? Maybe Derek Lewis versus Sergey Spivak. That makes sense. Hope Moicano submits Hooker in round 1 via rear naked choke. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Bryce versus Ilya should be co-main. Yeah, it's the second best fight on the card for sure. I'm really looking forward to that matchup. So, I don't know. It's opening up the main card as of I last saw, but they might change that now. Maybe it'll be the second fight on the main card. You never know. You never know, guys. You never know what's liable to happen. The UFC will change the bout order the day before. What's the chance of Jarrett Gordon beating Patty? I don't think it's super likely. I don't think it's super likely. Erie, no man. Hope it must have been a bad injury. Maybe he vacated. He might not know how hell he'll be when he recovers. Yeah, my guess is he's probably thinking I might be out a year. And the UFC probably advised him on this. Do you think Demir Sarukian should be 5 rounds instead of Strickland Cannonier? Yes. But I understand it. Joey, if Cain Velasquez was to ever return, I want him to fight Stipe for his retirement fight. I just want him from a fan standpoint. The backstory of Stipe beating DC 2 times. That would be very interesting. But Cain's never going to return, dude. Cain is never going to return. Joey, can you give us a bicep flex? Absolutely not. I'm too tired. Well, it looks like Brandon versus Figgy's co-main, so we're going to get another title fight. Maybe Hamzat versus Pereira. Could you imagine if they really booked that? That'd be insanity. That'd be straight up insanity. Gone versus Blades for the interim strap. Not going to happen. Ankalaev should be fighting for the title, and it's much closer, interesting fight. Should be fighting for the title. It's a much closer, interesting fight. The UFC doesn't want Ankalaev as champ because of his style. Dude, I don't think the UFC cares if Ankalaev is the champ or not because of his style. They wanted Ankalaev in a title fight, okay? They could have easily made Glover versus Jan too. So I disagree. But yeah, he should be in a title fight. Joey, are we getting Burns versus Muhammad for 283 since Jorge's ducking him? No, Burns is fighting Neil Magny now, unfortunately. Is there a single fighter in the top 5 Kevin Holland could beat? No. With how many world-class footballers UK have, you would think it would be more elite UFC fighters by now. Probably like, I'm taking a bigger paycheck from these other sports. I'm skeptical of Pereira fighting so soon because he likes to get fat in between, maybe. How do you think Kutateladze versus Armin go? It'd be very interesting. I think Armin would win. But it'd be close. Gane versus Blades, more likely than any news regarding Ngannou Jones fighting at all? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. So, bro, Hamza has literally only beat one ranked top 3 fighter at welterweight. The dude's just bringing up title shots at 185. Just stop it. Okay. Alrighty. But middleweight's kind of cleared out. So I know we got now Izzy versus what's his Alex Pereira too. So he kind of has a lane there to get it. If Armin didn't get robbed and fought Beneil. Imagine if Armin didn't get robbed and fought Beneil. Yeah, that would have been a much better fight in my opinion. If not Blades, who is gone fighting next? He's probably waiting for like the winner. If Pavlovich beats Tuivasa, he'll probably fight Pavlovich. Would be my best guess. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna jump off here. I appreciate you guys for joining me. I am exhausted. I am tired. I have to go record another video for you guys. I'm probably gonna take a shower between now and then because I'm stuffed up and I'm already tired. And check out that video when it comes out. It's going to be late, but it's going to be out. So I expect some of you guys in this stream, it'll probably be about an hour because I'm going to go jump in the shower and then I'm going to come back and then I'm going to be recording my video and then you guys can watch it. So whoever's there, comment on it, like it. It'll be out. My guess, the latest it would be out would be about 1:30 maybe. So I'm getting out of here in a minute. Because I am just, tired as hell right now. I am tired as hell right now. And I think I woke up at like 7 or 6:30 this morning. So that is why. That is why I'm going to bed. I can and right as the Jiri Prochazka Glover Teixeira news broke, I had stuff going on. So I literally could not make a video. I could not make a video until basically now, but I wanted to do my weekly live chat that I do on Wednesdays. So I had to jump on here and do the weekly live chat. I think this is like the no shower stream. This is like the 84th live chat, I think. Let me check. But you guys can probably tell by the way I've been talking on this stream, I've been tired. And as soon as I got on stream, I started feeling sick too. So it's been super annoying. Super annoying. But it is what it is. Take care, bro. No shower. Guru sent me. I mean, people are always trolling about him, but if he did, appreciate you. I don't know. There's like 3 of you guys in here, so I'm assuming maybe it's true. But appreciate it. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm about to end my stream here in a second as well. But I appreciate you guys all joining in here. So I'm assuming since 3 of you are saying it, maybe it's true. I don't know. But damn, I got sick too, man. I got sick right now. I literally got sick the second I started this stream. Like right before I hit go live now, basically I started feeling weird. So yeah, I guess a bunch of you guys are coming here. I don't know where you guys are coming from, but if somebody sent you, I always appreciate it. I always appreciate the support here. But who knows? There's quite a few weirdos online, so you never know. Body aches? No, I don't have any body aches. I just have a stuffed nose, like a really stuffy nose, and it's super annoying. It literally happened right before I jumped on here. Okay, so I guess a bunch of you are coming from him. But we'll tell him. Make sure you tell him next time you talk to him. I appreciate it. So, but it's super annoying. I hate being sick. So I'm hoping it's just like a cold or it's just something that the MMA holes, bro, chill. The MMA holes, if you came from the MMA holes, go back. Because I'd rather jump in a wood chipper than watch them, honestly. Because they're horrific. Joey, how do you feel about Jorge not fighting unless he's headlining a pay-per-view? How do you think his numbers do? I don't know, dude. Jorge's just ducking everybody left and right. I don't even want to say see Jorge fight anymore. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion. But dude is just carrying around a fake belt and being super annoying. And ducking Burns. I wanted to see the Burns fight, but Jorge, ever since he knocked out Ben Askren, he thinks he's the shit now. And it is what it is. But guys, I hate being sick. I'm sweating my ass off. Yeah, that's why I'm going to jump in a hot shower real quick before I record my video. So appreciate guys. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. MMA Guru says he loves the bow tie under your lip. Appreciate it. I'm glad you guys love it. So, all right, I am out of here. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and watch the video that's hopefully going to be out in the next hour. But I'm going to go take a shower so I can wake up and I can also be less congested. So thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a great Thanksgiving, and adios. Goodbye.